and then something happens. One person that you don't even know makes a decision and it changes everything for everybody. That's what's happened. I am so excited for this cheesy cottage pie. We are getting sorted ready for our trip. We are doing a bit of this time. It's Aid's birthday today. These actually look better than what I expected. I put them in. Oh, and let's do a little bit of a health update as well. It's been a while. Good morning and welcome back to a new weekend vlog. Following on from last week, we have Aid home now. It's Saturday morning. He's actually gone out. I'll tell you more about that later, what he's up to. See if he wants to share the details. It's more his thing than mine. But I'm having a little bit of time. I've just hung all his washing on the line. There's a lot of washing to do. It's a lovely sunny day and I'm having a full-on work morning till afternoon. Liverpool playing at lunchtime, so I know he wants to watch that. And then I think we're going to go out for a little drive and do something nice this afternoon. But the plan is today for me to work solid. I started this journal page yesterday. This is what I do for a full-time business. Just dropped a piece of paper on the floor. I'll leave the link to my business down below. I document trips, our life and all that kind of thing and make journals. So I want to finish that this morning. I want to do some video editing and maybe make another video. So I've got a little list of what I want to get done today. I've defrosted some chicken. I want to make some homemade chicken kebabs for tea. And oh, big thing. We want to finish our packing today. We've got something. You know when you've got a plan and you think, right, that's me. I'm sorted now for the next few weeks. And then something happens. One person that you don't even know makes a decision and it changes everything for everybody. That's what's happened. So I'll be sharing more about that later too. Anyway, I want to make the most of this time. Finish this page, film another one, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. By the way, thank you for being here with me. I hope you enjoy our weekend. We appreciate you all so much. We really do. 9 sleeps until we go away. We cannot wait. Please go and follow us over on our travel channel as well, Aid and Lisa, because we are currently in Disney as this vlog goes out. How exciting. So Aid's picked up a car. We're test driving a new car. So, oh, sorry. We're just having a little drive at the moment. We've got this car for the weekend. We're driving in some very pretty villages. Thought I'd have a little drive out. Fast forwarding to dinner time. It's 5 o'clock. Aid brought home this amazing German bread. So we're having some bread. I've put some marinated chicken that I'd frozen in the air fryer with some peppers. And I've made a Caesar salad, but I've thrown in grapes and tomatoes in there as well with homemade Caesar dressing. It is much healthier than the normal Caesar salad. I've made it with natural yogurt, with lemon juice, garlic and seasoning. It's Sunday. I forgot to pick up the camera yesterday. I was so bad. We had a lovely trip planning session in Starbucks. Didn't even think about picking the camera up. We did work in the afternoon as well, but yeah, it's just I didn't even think about it, which is quite nice sometimes. Today we are getting sorted ready for our trip. We are doing a bit of this, finishing up our packing. We did a lot of it a few weeks ago, but now we're doing that. This week coming forward just is not how I expected it to be before we go away. It's just everything's kind of just gone a bit wrong lately. Yeah, so we want to finish kit packing. It needs to be done today. What else was I going to share? Oh, and I've changed my day one outfit. I've just added another dress to my packing that I want to do. I've decided I'm not ironing. It only gets creased like the dresses, so I'm just going to iron them there, I think. So I could do with going over that again. And I've decided I am wearing my Snow White bag on day one. I'm very excited. We've just filmed a video talking about staying off-site. Gonna make a shepherd's pie. We've had something cozy for dinner, don't we? So I'm gonna make a shepherd's pie. Yeah, shall we finish packing? Question of the day, are we taking 4 cases or 3?
Right.
We still haven't decided.
Well, we'll take one inside another one. So
Yeah.
we'll take the small one and the big one as a worst case.
Yeah.
It's whether we take the 4 big ones to go with.
Right, I'm going to switch off the camera and we're just going to focus on packing, I think, for the next hour. Do you agree?
We'll catch up afterwards about what decision we've made.
Yeah, somebody's birthday tomorrow.
Who's that?
You. You don't want to do anything, though.
No, I'm not saying I don't want to do anything. I just want to spend time with you.
You want to work.
I've got to work.
I know.
I want to work.
We are making really good progress with the packing. I am taking a break to come and make a cottage pie. We really fancied something cosy today, and we're trying to use up all bits and pieces from the freezer. I've got a whole load of mincemeat here to use up. This will probably be good for 2 or 3 meals actually. So this might sort us out for a while. So I'm going to make cottage pie today. Save some of the mince for a bolognese, maybe Tuesday lunchtime I think. So we've got a busy week. It's Aid's birthday tomorrow. We're going to take the car that we're borrowing at the moment, test drive. We're going to take that back tomorrow. We still haven't decided what we're doing with his birthday yet because he is working. Tuesday we are going to a gig. We've also got our son coming home this week. It's just, you know when I said about things going wrong, he's having a nightmare at the moment, just one thing after another. I'm not going to share too many details because it's not my story to share, but his master's course has been cancelled by the uni so last minute, and he's already just literally, I think 2 days before signing the contract on his house, and the uni have been absolutely no help or support whatsoever. So he's waiting to find out still about getting on another course, not being very prompt at getting back. It's quite a stressful time at the moment. His house overlaps, as in he had to get out of the old house before the new one was ready. So he's coming back home next week. So yeah, it's been a tricky couple of weeks, it really has. And I've said it before, parenting adult kids is harder in some ways than parenting young ones. At least when they're younger, you're in full control. You can help them. If it's a fallout with a friend at school, or they're struggling with homework, or even if they're in trouble at school, you can be there to help. But when you've got adult kids, the problems are so much larger, and you actually don't really have a lot of the time any control in the situation. You can't just, and when I say control, I mean you can't just kiss them and tell them that mummy's making it all better, because mummy can't make it all better a lot of the time when they're older. It is a lot harder. So bigger kids, bigger problems. So yeah, so he's coming home next week, so it'd be nice to see him before we go away. So it's been, yeah, busy old few days. Right, I'm going to make some mashed potato, to go on top. There's something so cozy about this dinner. As the seasons start to change as well, this is just like the perfect Sunday lunch. We really love this. And the difference between cottage pie and shepherd's pie: cottage pie is with beef, shepherd's pie is with lamb. I know that gets confused a lot. So I found by adding tomato paste really sweetens it, gives it a deeper flavour. It really does enhance it. I'm also adding a beef stock pot as well, just to help along with the gravy. The carrot really adds something as well. You can either grate it or chop it up. And I've also got onion and garlic in here as well. And just giving it a really good stir. I have actually got a mix of pork and beef mince in this one. I was just trying to use up what's in the freezer. We're trying to run it down a little bit before we go away. And it was actually a really good combination. I would actually say that this turned out to be one of the best cottage pies I've ever made. It was really, really good. For the potatoes, I have got regular potatoes, and I've got a little bit of sweet potato as well, because I find that makes a really good difference. Seasoning it, adding some mixed herbs. I did end up adding more peas. These are just the last few in this bag. but again, adding the peas really enhances it. But sometimes I'll add mushrooms, I'll add all sorts depending on what I've got in the freezer or what I've got in the fridge that needs using up. A little bit of gravy granules just to enhance the flavour and thicken it up as well. But this, I would say, was the best combo I've ever done. I was really pleased. And the all-important taste test. That is so nice. The best cottage pie I've ever had was at a pub in Southall near London. It was just so good. I still think about it now, and it was years ago. It was just had a real nice almost sweetness to it. I've tried to recreate it ever since. I've never been able to. But that is a really nice flavour actually. I'm pleased with that. That's really good.
My best friend God sent my own good fortune. You know you are.
I love playing with mashed potato. This is so good. We've got the sweetness of the sweet potato. It's got creaminess from the butter and milk. You can taste the cheese. And you can really taste the Old Bay seasoning. It's really, really tasty. That's a good mashed potato. One thing going to the States has taught me is how to make good mash. Mash in this country just seems to be a bit on the boring side.
Flame whisper, my soulmate sister. You know you are. Oh, every time life gets rough, you know you are. The one that picks me up, the one that fills my cup.
Dinner's about 15 minutes away.
You know you are. And we are inseparable.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's really nice.
We
I
are
haven't had anything like this for ages.
so
Oh, what's fallen off?
my own good fortune.
As long as it's this
You
side,
know
good.
you are.
With some really strong vintage cheddar. Added apples to the cabbage and onions. And now cider, apple cider vinegar. I'm just going to have this on the side. And I need to clean up the kitchen before dinner's ready. Turn the temperature right down on this, it's practically ready. The vinegar's all cooked off. I've salted it and added some whole cloves in there as well. There's a tiny little bit left in the pan here, so I've added some gravy granules. And I'm just going to make a little bit of gravy to go with it. Also got all this rhubarb to deal with. It's from my mum's garden. She bought it, or my sister bought it over last weekend. I need to steam it. But I haven't got any room for it in the freezer. We're trying to turn the freezer off in the garage before we go away. And now we've got Louis coming. I need to fill it with food before we go. This one in here, and it's already full of meals I've made that I was planning for when we get back from our trip. So, I don't know. I need to do something like rhubarb. And Louis doesn't eat rhubarb, so I can't even use it for him.
You know you are my double flame whisper, my soulmate sister. You know you are.
I always put a tray underneath because they always overflow. I'm so excited for this cheesy cottage pie with the extra gravy. And then we've got the kind of like red cabbage, but white cabbage style cabbage with apple. This is so good. These dishes always look really tiny and you think, oh, it's perfect for one, and then you make it and it's absolutely huge, isn't it? This is more like a meal for two. I think there'll be leftovers for tomorrow.
So I'll take it to the outside.
You know you are my double flame whisper, my soulmate sister. You know you are.
Morning. It's Monday morning. We didn't actually film much over the weekend. It was a busy one, lots of downtime, and it was quite nice not having the camera out the whole time. It's Aid's birthday today. Usually he has the day off and we go and do something nice. We went to London last year. It was a Sunday though, but this year he's not taking the day off. because we're going to Florida next week. I can't believe it's next week. So he's working. He's also only got a 4-day week this week because he has every other Friday off, and that falls this week. So he's gonna finish early, but he's in meetings. So I'm gonna surprise him with a little treat. I have got some puff pastry here. This is a little bit of an experiment. So let's see if this actually works. My mum gave me some rhubarb last weekend, so I've stewed that. Oh, it's broken. And I've got my Mickey cutter. How about we have some chocolate in the ears. Actually look better than what I expected. I put them in on 180 for 12 minutes. Let's see if they come out. Actually look really, really good. I'm pleased with those. I'm going to start labelling up boxes. It's Aid's birthday Boxing Day. We ended up going out for a spontaneous Thai meal last night, didn't we? We had to take the test drive car back and we thought we would go for pizza. However, we called up the pizza place and they didn't.
Booked.
They were fully booked. So we went for Thai and it was very, very nice. It was also very busy on a Monday night, so who'd have thought? Anyway, we're going out. Is this your birthday present? Let's call it your birthday present. We're going out on Aid's, but we don't do birthday presents.
No,
we're going out for Aid's non-birthday present today. We are going to a gig. When did we last go and watch any proper live music? Not at Epcot. Well, it's not a concert, is it?
The last time was probably...
I'm just trying to think. When was
Green
it?
Day?
No, we've seen people since Green Day.
No, we haven't.
Can't even
The
remember.
last time we went was probably one of the small concerts.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, Aid, come and tell them who we're going to see. He wants to close the garage. I'm excited. This person means a lot to both Aid and myself. Give you some hints. I'm a massive, massive Lost Boys fan. massive Lost Boys fan. It's one of my favourite movies. It really has a special place in my heart. And Aid is still in the garage. Oh, by the way, I'm going to do some Disney ears with you tomorrow before I finish this video. Right, I was just saying, I'm a massive Lost Boys fan. And what are you? A massive... Don't be rude.
24 fan.
24 fan.
Yeah.
So...
It was one of the original, like, series, wasn't it? TV series like that.
Against it keeps Solent.
Yeah.
He's a music singer.
He's a music singer.
Yeah, country singer. Sorry.
Music singer.
Country
what
music
kind of
singer.
singers are there?
So
Non-music.
that's where we're heading tonight. So I'm trying to share some little clips with you. We're very excited.
Keep on breaking my heart. Won't you keep on breaking my heart? Where the lights won't find you. Holding hands while the wall comes tumbling down. Even then, I'll be right behind you. So glad we had to make it one. So glad we had to take it.
I had a little bit of a mishap. I've missed some videos that I filmed, so we're getting into the next day where I was making some
wanted to do
cards.
something to finish these cards. They didn't feel quite finished. I've just tied a little bow and stapled it on. I think that looks really nice. My friends Lee and Nick gave me a crafty package once, and it included some of these strings from Tiger. So I'm just literally tying a bow, and then I'm going to staple it on. It's funny, isn't it, how sometimes you just know something's not quite finished, but you don't know what, and then just doing something so simple. Where should we put this one? I'm going to pop that one at the top. This is my stapler. And I always use coloured staples as well. There, I think that looks really cute. Let's trim that down. That makes such a difference, doesn't it? What colour shall we do on that one? I might do the green as well, actually. Or should I do something else? Oh, I found a lime green. There we go, and I've added that one up there. 3 quick and easy cards made. Anyone else a card maker around here? I begrudge spending the money on a card when I could just quickly make them. I'm gutted. I wanted to make myself some more Mickey ears to take, and I can't find the toy stuffing for the ears. I'm really annoyed with myself. I think it might be in the dreaded cupboard of doom. Right, I'm going to go and bake this cake. I'm just going to fix myself something to eat first. I'm still getting my way through that German bread that Aid brought me. It's so nice. I'm having some of this every single morning. I've got into some jeans that I haven't been able to get into for ages. They're just little cropped ones from Next, and they feel so comfy. Doesn't it feel good to get back into clothes that you couldn't get into previously and feel comfortable? I think that's the main thing with us sort of being on a bit of a health kick recently. I say that as I'm spreading butter on bread. I wanted to address actually, quite a few people have asked if we're using the treadmill. We are loving the treadmill. It's become a daily habit now. We love our walks at weekends and in the evenings, but we've added in this extra walk now in the mornings. I get up super early. I get up at 5 every morning to work, and then Aid gets up sort of like 6ish, 6:30, so he goes straight on the treadmill, and then when I finish what I'm up to, sort of like 8 o'clock-ish, I then get on the treadmill. So it just works out really, really well. I am loving it. I really am, and I have definitely noticed that I'm feeling so much better in myself. I really am. I'm not having the sluggish
tired feeling partway through the day. I'm getting into clothes that I couldn't get into before, and it feels really, really effortless as well. Oh, and let's do a little bit of a health update as well. It's been a while. I thought I was going to stop taking my blood pressure pills. I felt like I didn't really need them. My blood pressure had gone so low that I was really struggling with dizziness and just feeling almost a bit drunk all the time. So I went to the doctor and we decided that it was just a lot of what was going on at the time with the family and the Germany trip and work. I had so much stress. I really, really struggled when my dad was over and leading up to him coming, just with the volume of things going on. I think it all just got too much for me. So I decided I didn't need them, but then I decided that I would take a smaller dose. So I spoke to somebody and we decided that maybe half the dose of what I was given, just to see how that goes, just purely because when I was actually trialing the tablets, I felt so much better in myself. I didn't have the anxiety that I usually have. I wasn't having the heart palpitations of almost panic, which I would have at night time. I'd lay in bed just so panicked with everything going on with work and everything else. I just always felt stressed out and panicked. I would just have a lot of almost like anxiety attacks of just not knowing what to do. Sometimes I just felt like I couldn't function. It was that bad. Not always wanting to go out. And my headaches, as you know, I've always struggled with headaches. But since being on the tablets, I haven't had any of that. And apparently the whole anxiety thing, some people say it's not linked, some people say it is linked. But I know that I felt better on them, so I decided to try just the half dose of what I was taking, and I've decided to continue with it. I had a slight headache when Aid left for Germany the other day, but very, very slight, and I took paracetamol and it cleared up really quickly, but not to the point where the headache stopped me from doing anything. I have not had, though, since then, or since I started the tablets, I haven't had a headache. It's really bizarre when I wouldn't just have a headache, it would be a headache that would knock me out. And like the next day I would feel hungover with it. So it's really bizarre. I'm not having the anxiety I had before. I just feel so much better in myself. It could also be because I've made lifestyle changes. I am drinking huge amounts of water. I've obviously started exercising more. Although we walk lots, obviously Aid is much bigger than me. When we go for a walk, I'm not walking at my full fitness capacity, if you know what I mean. I don't build up a sweat, and he's often sort of asking me to slow down. Whereas when I'm on the treadmill, I'm on an incline, I'm running as well as sort of stopping and walking, and I'm going much faster, and I do build up a sweat. Sorry, it's not attractive, is it? But I am, so I think maybe it's a combination of everything. So I've decided to stick with it, at least for the time being, because I really suffer with anxiety with traveling, and Florida for some reason sets it off big time. But I think it's a mix of the excitement as well. So I'm really interested to see how it is, because I suffer in the mornings really badly in Florida when we wake up. Terrible anxiety, and sometimes I really struggle to get out the room. I just have to get out. Once I'm out, I'm fine. I don't know what it is. So I'm really interested to see what happens this time. And I know lots of you said you can't make changes without seeing your doctor. It's all under the doctor, it's all absolutely fine. And with regards to my other medical issue, I spoke about this back in March. Do you remember when I went for my smear? And I spoke about it all, sort of saying to everybody, you need to women need to go for their regular smears. And I mentioned that my coil couldn't be found during the smear. And I was being, referred for a scan to try and find it. That was March. We are now at the end of August. I have been referred to the wrong place 3 times. So I'm still waiting for my referral to try and get that sorted. So there you go. One big health update for you. And Aid is doing okay. He's noticed that certain people trigger his headaches as well, which is quite interesting. So yeah, but no, he's been to the hospital and had, I think it's going to take a long time for his allergies to settle down. But he's doing okay at the moment. In fact, he's probably doing better than he has done for quite some time. Also wanted to say as well, I've had loads of you wanting the recipe for the blondies that I made, the Rolo blondies. I'm so glad that you like the look of them. However, I'm very particular with recipes that I share. I think if it's on a blog or it's on a YouTube channel, it's on an Instagram page, it's very, very different. However, this particular one was in this recipe book here, and she is one lady on Instagram, and this is how she makes her full-time living. So I feel it's wrong to share a recipe from this book that was bought because obviously it's taking away from her earnings, if you know what I mean. Whereas if I'm sharing one that's on Pinterest, you know, on a blog or on a YouTube channel, that person is making out of that because by somebody visiting their blog or their YouTube channel. So I kind of feel like it's stealing from this lady, and she's very sweet. I followed her on Instagram for a long time, and my lovely friend Isabel gifted me this. So when it's somebody's personal cookbook, I feel it's wrong to share a recipe. But if you're interested, the recipes are amazing. This is the book here. Or go and check her out on Instagram. I first found her actually on Pinterest. So go and check her out, Fit Waffles. She is amazing. Her recipe ideas are so good. And the funny thing is, I remember reading once, she's not actually really into sweet stuff. She actually prefers savoury, but she's very, very talented. So go and check her out, Instagram, find her on Pinterest. She's got amazing, amazing ideas. This cake, however, is on Pinterest, so I will share this one with you. I've done it before with you. It's a lemon loaf. I'm going to do it, one for us to have at home with Louis coming home, and then another to take over to my friends. This one is a nice and easy, throw it in the pan and you're good to go.
Don't wanna sleep tonight at all. Just wanna watch these
Are you alright to
stars
drop a cake off at Emily's, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. And I've made a card. There's a card there for your mum as well.
Make up dreams, just to be seen. I wanna lay here beside you, oh quiet.
And
Fire breath and
Lindsay was in Economy yesterday and had a really good meal. She had barbecue chicken. She said it was lovely with her cheese and crackers. This cake batter looks and smells amazing. It really does. Do you want to lick the bowl? Oh good, Aid's bought some new trainers. Let's try this. That's so nice. And no faffing of creaming the marge and sugar together first. Do you want to show them your new shoes? I couldn't see that. Go on, do it again. They're nice, aren't they? I think you look really cute. Did you want this?
Yeah, but you don't often have things like that.
I know, it's so nice.
Yeah, trainers. Because we're going away.
Are we?
Yeah, we
I don't
are.
think we've mentioned it.
I always wear, you love them, don't you, my sandals.
No.
In the heat they're great because I can just get sun out my feet, but they're comfortable but they're quite hard. But I struggle with trainers, so I've got quite wide feet, so generally I can only wear Nike. Adidas are too narrow, a lot of others just don't seem to fit right, whereas Nike do, but I want the ones that do you know the mesh around them, so the real lightweight ones, which these ones are.
You bugger different rains though, aren't you?
Yeah, or on a water ride, but then I've got my water shoes for those, haven't I? So I've got my water shoes, my Merrill water shoes, which are designed to basically go in the water.
rides.
Exactly. So I'm covered for every eventuality.
That's you.
Exactly.
That should be on your gravestone. Here lays Aid, he was covered for every eventuality.
Well prepared.
Yep, that's definitely you.
Tell me, how many times have people taken the mickey out of me for that wanted something?
For shoes.
Like a phone charger, or a drink, or something else?
I know, you've always got it. I'm not knocking it. I take full advantage of the phone chargers and drinks. I do.
And snacks.
And snacks. Yeah.
I wanna lay here beside you, oh quiet. Fire breath and open sky. It's not what we know, it's where we go.
I'm going to make these cakes a little bit different to usual. I've got this amazing lemon cheese. I'm going to run some of this through. This was also given to us by Lee and Nick actually. I'm going to do a big blob. And then just move it around so that we've got nice lemony chunks in there.
Things that tell her goodbye. It's not what we see, it's what we choose to.
These have been in the oven for 35 minutes. The recipe did say 30, but it needed a little bit longer. So I'm just going over with a skewer. It smells really good here. And this one as well. And then I've just not zested, the zest's gone in here. I've just juiced a lemon and a lime. And I've added 3 tablespoons of caster sugar. I'm gonna make a lemon drizzle.
Sunflowers, high grass, and bare feet. Oh, but you each second is a treat. I keep my balance next to you. It's true. Nowadays there's nothing I wouldn't do for you.
And we're going to leave those to soak in and cool down. I look forward to having some of that cake with a cup of tea later. I'm going to finish this video now. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with us. It's been a bit of a funny week this week, so we've just got so much going on. And I can't believe, looking at the countdown, we've got 5 sleeps to go before we go away. I'm going to finish here and start off a new one leading up till the end of our, the end of our trip, the end of the time before we go away. So thank you very much for hanging out with us. I hope you've enjoyed it and have a great week. Take care. Bye.
It's not what we see, it's what we choose.